Yo, up guys, it's your boy Chris Lethal. Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be matchmaking the winners of UFC OKC, Duplessis versus Usman. Let's get into the winners, starting with the main event. Dracus Duplessis. Pretty dominant decision. He could have had Kamaru Usman knocked out on at least 12 occasions in that fight. So if he would have gotten the knockout, if he would have knocked out Kamaru Usman, I definitely think he would have earned that title shot after Nasruddin. But since it was a decision, I think you don't want Dricus out for a long time. He's coming off of a year of inactivity. You want him to come back before the end of the year. Give him Brendan Allen, the person that he's had a feud with for a while. Brendan Allen has consistently called out Dricus Duplessis for a while. These two have been linked to each other. They hate each other, constantly call each other out. Brendan Allen is coming off of a win. Dricus needs one more win. You don't want to give him anyone. There's not really anyone he can fight under him. Everyone is kind of booked. Brendan is healing from an injury. Give him in November or December. I think this is a good matchup. Moving on to the co-main event. CLD looked horrendous in that fight against Jared Cannonier. I see you give him Israel Adesanya. Both of them love to do spinning attacks. Both of them are phenomenal strikers. Neither of them are going to shoot a takedown, which is good because CLD thrives in striking fights, and so does Israel Adesanya. It would be a good fight. Izzy needs to fight down in the rankings. CLD's like 11 in the rankings. I think Izzy's number 8. It makes sense. Timeline-wise, kind of makes sense too. You can kind of book this for October, September. I think this makes sense. Why not? Because you don't want Joe Pyfer. You don't want to give. You have to give CLD someone like 7 through 10 range, and I think Izzy is the perfect opponent for him if you want to get a good striking fight out of it. Because we saw he does struggle against wrestling. In both of his fights, Roman Dolidze gave him a boring performance, and Jared Cannonier gave him a boring performance. So give him just a pure striker. Moving on. This is just a funny matchup I want to see made. Mandel Nalo, the Indian-Canadian fighter, got slimed out by Jai Herbert after almost sliming out Jai Herbert. Horrendous performance. Chase Hooper's 1-3 in his last 4, I think, right? He got knocked out by... No, he might be 2-2 in his last 4. He might have knocked out... He submitted Mitch Ramirez. He decisioned Jim Miller, and then he got knocked out by Hernandez and Hooper. Is it Lance Hooper? Lance Gibson. These are just a funny matchup. I mean, I like the image of both of these standing next to each other. They both have really weird body shapes. Chase Hooper is like a lanky nerd. Mandel Nalo is like 99% leg. I just think it's a funny matchup. And Chase Hooper is not going to fight anyone above him. He's going to fight another can. Mandel Nalo is somewhat of a can, unproven in the UFC. I think he's pretty good, but unproven. I think this is a fight you can make. And Chase Hooper took 0 damage. Mandel Nalo got knocked out in like March. These two can fight around the same time. Fatima Klein is 100% going to be UFC champion by the end of 2027. I think December 2027, I think the smart bet is Fatima Klein. I think she fights again this year. I think she fights Yan Zhao Nan. Yan Zhao. We all know her name. I can't pronounce the last name. Fatima Klein really showed that she's like levels above people in this division. She 30-27 Tabitha Ricci really showed levels. Very well rounded. She either needs to fight Jan or Tabitha or Tatiana Suarez, but Suarez is coming off of a win. Jan is coming off of multiple losses, I believe. This is a smart matchup to make, and if Fatima Klein wins this, you could argue for a title shot. But kind of no, because there is kind of a log jam in this division. This is the biggest match request. Man, fucking Tommy McMillan versus Marwan Rahiki. Marwan Rahiki is my favorite unranked featherweight. I think Marwan Rahiki has what it takes to be a champion. I don't think Tommy McMillan has what it takes to become a UFC champion. But Jesus, his cardio, his pressure, his volume is unprecedented. And I would just love to see the counter striking of Rahiki versus the pressure of Tommy. We saw Tommy get put down twice by Montez. Rahiki has insane power and insane accuracy. I think he slimes out McMillan in one, but this is both of them are unranked in the featherweight division, around that 15 to 23 spot in the featherweight division. It's either this or Danny Silva versus Tommy McMillan. I think they're doing the Danny Silva decision, and I favored Tommy McMillan in that Danny Silva fight, but I definitely want to see this fight. I don't think they will make this fight, though, because I think they want to build up both of them, because I think they think Marwan is going to be a big star, and I think they know Tommy McMillan is going to be a big star. If Tommy McMillan had lost, I would have booked him against Nate Landwehr. Jose Delgado got another decision against Austin Bashi. It's official. Jose Delgado does not have finishing instincts. He's going to take some time off. He's going to come back near the end of the year. Steve Garcia just got knocked out by Diego Lopez on the White House card. Book this. Steve Garcia is obviously going to fight down in the division. Jose Delgado is like 14 in the world right now. This would be a fun striking fight. Again, you want to give favorable matchups to these fighters. Garcia has insane power. So does Delgado. It would definitely be a slime out. Why not book this? Jean Paul Lebonani. I'm just going to call him Jean Paul. Jean Paul beat undefeated in the UFC Siok KO. I think he lost this fight. And I'd stand by that. But he won. He destroyed a prospect. Siok is going to have to really rebuild himself after that fight. Jean Paul looked really good in that fight. His wrestling looked much, much improved. His striking looked clean. He didn't look like he had too much power in his hands. Give him someone that is a known name, but is unranked. Give him Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews is a good unranked fighter. And I think he's kind of like a gatekeeper to the ranking. Because his last fight was Carlston Harris. Horrendous performance. And then he got submitted by Neil Magny in his previous fight before that. I think this is a good fight to make. Similar styles. This would be mainly a boxing fight. And I think Jean Paul would win this. Felipe Franco defeated Levi Rodriguez Jr. As I predicted. I predicted a lot of pretty much I predicted every underdog on this card. Besides Kamaru Usman, I got wrong. He looked really good. He looked much improved at light heavyweight. His cardio looked better. Give him just a random light heavyweight. Ibon Aslong. Ibo is pretty, but he's not a good striker and he's not a good wrestler. And he has 1 round cardio. I think Franco makes quick work of him, but he is kind of a known name now because he had that fight with Iwan Baranovsky, and he had a fight with Ian Kutalaba that was pretty entertaining for the first round. I say book this fight, why not? Ezra Miller should fight Michael Aswell Jr. Ezra Elliott had one of the most dominant wrestling performances in that division ever. He has the most takedowns in a featherweight fight ever. Dominating wrestling performance. I want to see him against someone that will not get finished. Very durable. Has pretty good wrestling defense. Give him Michael Aswell Jr., who is kind of just like an entry-level fighter, but a little bit more noteworthy. You know what I mean? So why not? Eldon Courier has kind of like destroyed all support. I don't think he's going to be anything in the UFC. He's not good enough. He doesn't have that killer instinct. He will not push for a finish, and he's low volume. I think give him Kevin Borjas, who's incredibly high volume, incredibly durable, will bring a fight. I think he loses to Kevin Borjas, and Poirier needs a ranked fight. Borjas is somehow ranked. Yeah, I think this is a good fight, and I think Kevin Borjas would win, even though Kevin Borjas is not a good fighter. RJ Harris versus Taliesin Teixeira. Unrealistic because I think Taliesin is like a higher level heavyweight, but they're the similar size. I like putting big versus big. Incredibly both, and both of them are incredibly tall. Taliesin Teixeira should not be as highly regarded as he is in the heavyweight division. His only win is against Justin Tafa. He's lost against everyone else. I think RJ Harris has what it takes to be a ranked heavyweight. And I think this would be a fun fight. Fun striking fight. I think RJ Harris would knock out Taliesin Teixeira, but that's just me. Moving on. Oh, wait, I thought it was the losers. I forgot about this one. Barboza needs a ranked opponent. She's dominated the last 3 of her fights. Karine Silva is just terrible at fighting. She has good jiu-jitsu. This would be a good jiu-jitsu fight. Karine Silva somehow in the rankings. I think she's like number 12 or 13 now. Barboza needs an entry-level ranked fight. I think this is just kind of the fight you have to make. Now, on to the losers. There's 2 options in my mind. Kamaru Usman either retires. He either needs to retire, save his legacy, or he goes back down to welterweight and fights someone he's been feuding with that has public disdain for in Bilal Muhammad. It's one or the other. He should not fight at middleweight again. Bilal Muhammad is on a skid. Bilal has looked terrible in his last couple fights. Kamaru Usman still looks like he got it. This would be a fun fight. And I think Kamaru Usman would win this. And if this fight is made, you know the trash talking is going to be there. It makes sense. They hate each other. Why not book it? It was already being rumored for a long time. Why not book it? Have one last fight, leave on a win, retire after this fight. Dual retirement, maybe. Jared Cannonier is finally looking his age. I don't think he is going to be around much longer. I think he has maybe 1 or 2 fights in the UFC left. I think Ikram has earned a fight against a known ranked opponent. Ikram is number 15 in the world. Jared Cannonier is going to be around 13, 14 after that loss to CLD. I think it's only fair you give Ikram Jared Cannonier. I would have given whoever won the fight between Bruno Ferreira and Ikram Jared Cannonier. That was always my plan. I think this is the fight you make. Mitch Ramirez, you just cut from the UFC. He's on a 3-fight losing streak. He's shit at UFC. He's shit at fighting. Shouldn't be in the UFC. Tabitha Ritchie's just really bad at fighting. I don't know how she was so high up in the rankings. I think she should fight a very talented fighter in Alexis Thainara. Thainara has a fight against Lemos soon. I think it's in August. I think she's going to demolish Lemos. And once she does that, I think she'll earn the right to fight Tabitha Ritchie, who is higher up in the rankings. I think she'll be around 10 at this time. Tabitha's like 6 or 7. 6, 7. I think this is the fight you have to make. I think it makes sense. Tabitha Ritchie's on a 2-fight losing streak. Thainara would be on a 3-fight winning streak. She needs to fight up. She needs to fight down. It always makes sense. Montez should fight Jose Delano. Both really good strikers. I don't think Montez's stock really lowered in that fight. I think 99% of featherweight unranked fighters would have lost to Tommy McMillan that night. Tommy McMillan threw 500 strikes at Montez. There's not much you can do in that situation. Delano is a really accurate striker. Delano needs a fight. Montez needs another fight. I don't know. I like this stylistic matchup for both of them. Austin Bashi needs to fight a grappler. He needs to fight someone that's not going to put fucking paws on him immediately. Jordan Levitt is pretty shit. Austin Bashi is going to take a long time to recover from his injuries. I think he fractured his orbital, both of them. Jordan Levitt is just shit. No one really wants to see him. I think this is just a fun matchup you make that Austin Bashi could get a submission win. Sioke KO should fight Jonathan Mitchclaff. Jonathan is pretty much one fight away from being ranked. I still think Sioke is one fight from being ranked too. Jonathan is not that good. He almost lost to Themba Gorimbo. His striking is, slow. It's technical, but like raw at the same time. I think Sioke has him in every category besides submission ability. Jiu-jitsu, pretty much. Submission ability. I think Sioke wins this one 9 out of 10 times. Levi just needs a can. Levi's really entertaining. He'll throw hands. He's willing to brawl. Get him back in the win column. Give him Bruno Lopez. Give him someone that's just going to die out there. Damian Anderson needs someone that's not going to wrestle fuck him. Give him Ollie Schmidt. Ollie Schmidt, I don't know if a lot of people know him, but he's the guy that got, on short notice, slammed out by Marwan Rahiki. He's a pretty good fighter. Like, he's pretty good on the feet. He's a good striker. He trains at City Kickboxing, if I believe, if I'm right. Anderson is gonna, he's coming off the first loss of his career. He's gonna look for a get back. Ollie Schmidt is gonna be looking to prove why he's deserving of being in the UFC. Just book this one. I really couldn't think of anyone else to fight Damian Anderson. Stuart Nickel definitely earned himself another fight with that performance in Korea, or Korea, whatever his name is, against Eldon. He earned himself a fight. Give him Clayton Carpenter. Elvin Hayes, disappointing fight. Elvin Hayes is coming off steroids. He has titties. He's definitely not going to be the same fighter. He got slammed out. Give him the original fight with Alvin Fry Jr. or Alan Fry Jr. Why not just rebook it? Anna Meliciano, give her Ravina Oliveira. If Ravina loses, she gets cut. If Anna loses, she gets cut. There's not much to say about this. They're both gritty. They're both strikers. Why not match them together? Thank you guys for watching. Bye.